Turning now to the Pentagon's military buildup around Latin America, the Trump administration has sent multiple warships to the region as tensions rise with Venezuela. That includes the USS Gerald R. The Pentagon is also conducting joint military exercises with Trinidad and Tobago. CBS News senior national security correspondent Charlie D'Agata joins us now from Puerto Rico. So, Charlie, you spoke with a mayor in Puerto Rico about this military buildup, specifically drones. What did you learn?
Yeah. So this is the mayor Aguadilla. This is on the West Coast. It's a city of about 65,000 people. And what he told us this morning is he's seen this buildup of forces, more than 1,000 forces that have gone to essentially what is an airfield. And there is where you'll find the Reaper drones. This is where the Reaper drones have been taking off. Now, you may remember that some of them have been armed with Hellfire missiles. These are the drones that are thought to be used to at least target some of these suspected drug smuggling boats. And that's where they would be leaving from. And he says these things are taking off all the time, day and night, which is an increase in the frequency and the intensity that we really weren't expecting, or expecting that amount of troops at that particular airfield. On the other side of the island, directly opposite that on the East Coast, we went to Roosevelt Roads Naval Station, and there you'll find F-35 fighter jets that are leaving. We saw those yesterday, so they're taking off pretty much throughout the day, usually in the morning, but they're taking off and they're very active there. And that's just Puerto Rico alone. Throughout the entire area, as you mentioned, the Gerald R. Ford aircraft carrier, that makes around 15,000 U.S. troops that are in this region right now. There are 8 or 9 destroyers, there are cruisers, there's a submarine here. So it's about as forward postured as the U.S. military has been in this region literally for decades.
How are locals feeling about all of this?
Lindsay, it's kind of split. When you speak to somebody like the mayor, he said, we have to get rid of Maduro. So he's fully in, and a lot of individuals here say that is the case. They say Puerto Rico is part of the United States. They're happy to see U.S. forces here because they're protecting the island. Others aren't so sure because they feel that, especially if there are airstrikes in Venezuela, which President Trump has threatened, if there are going to be ground troops in Venezuela, which President Trump has threatened, that could make Puerto Rico vulnerable by antagonizing their neighbors throughout the Caribbean. So it's kind of torn, and I think what we'll see over the course of the next few days is, indeed, if these airstrikes are to take place inside Venezuela, and if there are to be ground troops, or if there is to be a conflict here, we haven't seen, basically, if it goes beyond striking the suspected drug smugglers' boat, that absolutely changes the temperature here.
Charlie D'Agata, thank you so much to you and your crew for bringing us this reporting.